going on, my DC fans, and welcome back to a very, very special episode. You know what I feel like right now? I feel like it's the day after a great party. The day after you just won the championship game. A day of relief. A day of, did that really happen? It still is mind-boggling to me. Holy shit, do we have a lot to talk about. But for me to get started first, you see this shirt? What does that say? We did it. Snydercut. We did it. This shirt right here. If you all remember back in November, we had the huge trending event, almost like 1 million tweets. Huge, huge event. A lot of shit was happening. A lot of pictures from Zach. At that moment, I said, I want to get a shirt made saying that we did it because I feel like it's coming. I feel like it's going to, like the announcement is going to happen any day now. And I want a shirt to commemorate that. So I got one made. And it never happened. So I never wore the shirt. I wanted to, but I never wore it. And for today's video, I was like, oh shit, I forgot about that shirt that I got. Because we did it! Just like it said, we did it. We are getting the Snyder Cut. Holy shit. Okay, so let's first, very quickly, let's talk about what happened, the rundown of the whole situation. There was the watch party. Everyone was joining the Man of Steel watch party because Zach was going to be doing the live commentary. I love Zach. I love how Zach looked like he just woke up. He was drinking his coffee. He was just in like, he looked so tired. He looked really worn down. But Zach was just like the biggest announcement of his career, and he's just like chilling, you know, just wearing whatever. And it's funny. But then his wife came into the picture at the very end, and she was all dressed up and something I noticed in the middle of the video was that it was on Vero, but it said Vero powered by Zoom. And then I said, oh shit, Zoom. Zoom is what everyone is using right now during this pandemic to do their conference calls, video chats, all that stuff is by Zoom. And then someone else notified me. They said Zach's name's in the corner, like he's on a call right now. That moment I said, yes. I thought he was going to have other people join in. At that moment, I knew it. I knew that he was going to have other people come in. We're watching the very end, and there's probably like 5-10 minutes left in the movie. And then all of a sudden, someone pops on the screen. And who is it? Henry Cavill! Oh my God. My wife was sitting next to me, and I start screaming. I put my hands up. She's like, what? What's going on? What's going on? I said, I cannot even explain it to you because it's going to take me like 10 minutes. So she was like, why are you freaking out? I'm pretty sure everyone was freaking out. Like, Henry Cavill. So that put all those rumors to bed right there. That Henry wants more money. Henry doesn't like Zach. Henry's not for the Snyder Cut. All that stuff. Henry pops up. And then Danny Garcia, his agent, is like, oh, look who decided to pop in. Listen, guys, that right there was worth it for me. And then what happens? All these other people start popping up on the stream. Now, I thought, like probably many other people, that they were going to have the whole Justice League on there. But you know what? Zach is a classy man, and he invited all these guests from the movement. And that was beautiful to see, because in the end, if it wasn't for us, this wouldn't have happened. And Zach he's thanked us many times. And we need to thank Zach, and we have, because that, you know, without him, without his motivation, we wouldn't be here. So he has all these people. They start asking questions, just general, you know, Man of Steel questions and, you know, stuff like that. And it's kind of funny because people were getting mad on Twitter, like, ask the real question. Well, we all knew that question was going to get asked. That's why we were all there. We all knew this. At the very end, Daniela, I do not know her last name, but I believe she's from Brazil, I believe. She asked the question. She says, you know, is the Snyder Cut going to get released? And Zach is just playing around the question. He's playing around it. You know, it's not really up to me. You know, I don't know. And then I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. What is going on? And then Henry speaks up and goes, hey, Zach, I think you should just show it. When Henry said that, I seriously got myself prepared to watch the Snyder Cut. And I know other people did too. It was like, I was like, no way. No way they're going to show this right here, right now. You got to be kidding me. So then Zach, being Zach, says, no, I can't do that. But what I can do, pans his camera, and boom, mic drop. Boom, baby. HBO Max, 2021 exclusive. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Holy cow! It's happening! Then there were some articles that came out after that. Huge day, huge celebration. Again, it was a glorious day. One of these days I'll never forget for the rest of my life. So happy to be a part of this movement. But let's get to the nitty-gritty real quick. What does that mean? A lot of people think, is it just going to be a film? Is it going to be a series? Whatever. And a couple articles are talking about it being chapters, which in my mind, chapters, I think they're going to just cut it up. So you're going to take this movie and you're just going to stop it. If it was a series, it would kind of, have a beginning and an end. But if you take a movie and you just call it chapters and kind of stop it at a certain point, and then I think that's what's going to happen. So then if you want to, you can watch it all the way through seamlessly. I think that's what's going to happen. But I think Grace Randolph was saying, and a huge shout out to Grace Randolph because she killed it. She knew the scoops from day one, and I wasn't quite sure about that, but she nailed it on the head. So shout out to her. Also, huge shout out to Louis Centeno. I love Louis from day one. He's been a huge, passionate fan, and he puts out rumors and scoops every now and then, and for the most part, most of them have been right. But every now and then he would get one wrong, whatever, and people would give him a whole bunch of shit for it, saying you don't know what you're talking about. But Louis got Henry Cavill right. And I have the messages. He told me the day before in the stream that Henry was going to show up, and he did. So please, huge shout out to Louis. He's the man. He's very excited. Anyway, yeah, Grace Randolph was saying like 6 episodes or something like that, 35-minute episodes, which kind of bums me out because saying that it's probably going to come out every week, I'm like, okay, I can take the episode or the chapter forms, but at least give me an hour. Like, 35 minutes, you're going to kill me. That is going to be like a month and a half of torture. But you know what? I understand why they're doing it. They're really milking the cow. But in the end, it's going to be worth it just to see that first episode. And you're going to have that hype for a month and a half. You're going to have that hype every week. Did you see that? It's going to be the biggest thing ever. And then, of course, they better come out with the DVD. They have to. They have to come out with the DVD. And they have to, get it to other people in other countries. There's going to be ways that everyone is going to be able to see this movie from day one. Also, in these articles, they're saying that Zack was probably given $20 to $30 million to continue shooting. Zack wants to add stuff, which again, this is awesome. He's making this movie longer. From what I'm hearing, the original idea that he had for the movie that was, like 4 or 5 hours, I guess the assembly and all this other shit that he wanted to put in that they originally took out, that's all going to be into play now, and it's going to be a long ass movie. Completely fine with that. It's going to give him a chance to explore more with characters and get in more in depth with characters, add more cameos, according to Grace Randolph, which again is a beautiful thing, awesome thing, very exciting, very exciting. And we need this damn coronavirus to go away because that as soon as they can start filming it, Zack is going to be on it so quick. Because the quicker that Zack can film these scenes, the quicker we will have the Snyder Cut, the Zack Snyder's Justice League on HBO Max. Because it's coming out in 2021. They don't have an official release date yet because Zack still has to film. Beautiful thing is, too, you found out that during this pandemic, you thought, the filming was delayed with all these movies and shows and it was a bad thing and no one was working. Deborah Snyder said in the article that it was good for them because they had all this VFX CGI work that they sent over to have people finish it up for them. So all that CGI, all the special effects, all that stuff that needed help before needed work, that's all getting done right now as we speak because these visual effects teams, they needed work. So boom, that's all getting done. Zack just has to film some more scenes, put it all together, and then we have Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's going to be amazing. And of course I could talk about the details all day. It's very exciting stuff. But okay, so I've got my video. That's obviously it's coming out right now. Later on, 12:45 p.m. Eastern Time, in a couple hours, I'm doing a live stream. Now, I originally told you I was going to have like certain people on. At this point, it's just kind of craziness right now. I'm going to put a link out, and whoever jumps on. But please stop by because we're going to talk about all the details. We're going to talk about Henry Cavill, the Man of Steel situation, all that stuff. It's going to be really juicy. And again, you're probably going to have a bunch of people stop by. So make sure you stop by because it's going to be a great time. It's our week. It's exciting. Again, we did it. The Snyder Cut is coming officially. The haters can suck it. And with that, that's the video. And please subscribe because it helps me in return. I can help you. And don't forget, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, new content's coming to you from Subjective Reviews. And thanks for watching. I'm out.
And you know this, man.